Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Halloween Eve.
That's
Hello,
right.
folks.
How's everyone doing tonight? Dean, how are you doing?
Doing good. Got plenty going on at my work, which I didn't tell you beforehand. But yeah, we're doing good here. And we're
And
gonna
what
get
you said
yeah,
you're going to get some snow?
we're getting some snow tomorrow. And what I didn't tell you is I got to take my mom downtown for surgery. She's getting surgery tomorrow. So bad day to be snowing, but what are you gonna do?
You guys, I mean, somehow because you got the plows and all that stuff, do pretty well, right?
We do. It's just usually for whatever reason the first one comes. You can't plow it until it accumulates a little bit, and so traffic is horrible. And I work from home, so it's not an issue anymore. But I have to unfortunately go downtown tomorrow.
You know what? Our downtown's not that big, and I don't like to go to our downtown.
Yeah, ugh, yeah,
It's just kind of chaotic.
same.
There's Rachel.
Hey Rachel, hey Mike.
Look
Oh,
at
and she's here.
you.
Oh, look at you.
How festive is that?
Oh, thank you.
You got Pooh and Minnie.
Yeah, you even got makeup on. Nice job.
Hi, Mike.
I feel left behind.
You don't have a pair of ears hanging around?
Ah,
Give me a
Do
minute.
I?
We'll put some on here.
Yeah, I think Freddie opted out too. So.
good. Thank you, Freddie.
Yeah, nope.
And now we're under tornado watch. So if something goes
Oh, no.
awry, you know
Oh.
why.
Yeah.
Oh, Carol,
Hey.
you stayed up. Hi, Carol. Thank you so much.
Hi,
came
Weekland.
for- It's
Yes.
it's Carol and the gang, and they live in Scotland. So it's you've got the daylight savings time. It's 11 o'clock. So hey, that
Right.
worked out fine.
Yeah.
Well, you probably want to go to bed, but Carol, Bruce, Bodie, and your other daughter.
They all dance.
Very often. And they dance.
I
Or they
know.
dance every Friday now. They used to
Okay.
dance every day.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
But they're wonderful to watch if anybody is interested.
Yep. The family that dances together stays together.
That's right.
That's right.
And they do a great job.
All
Okay. Well, without further ado, let's start the show.
right.
All right. I will change that thumbnail probably next week. How well do you know Walt?
Mm.
Not very well.
Yes, you do.
Okay, this is kind of a trick question, I think. Where was Walt Disney born? Most people think one place, but it's really not.
Okay. Hey, Lisa.
Thank you, Carol. Hi, Lisa. Oh, you're not late. You can come anytime you want.
Well, I know what the answer is that you're saying must be wrong. So,
I know. So what would your second guess be?
I don't have one. Hey, Nick.
Hi, Nick. Is everybody out there dressed up like we are?
Oh, I hope so.
Like Minnie and let me move Rachel up so that we can see her.
Oh, that's okay. You can just see the ears. It's fine.
In a hospital.
Yeah,
Lisa, you crack me up.
that was my guess too, but now I'm guessing maybe at home.
At home. All right, my guess was going to be Marcine. Marcine? Is it Marcine or what's
Marceline.
Marceline? Sorry, but Nick's saying Chicago.
Nick's saying Chicago. Thanks, Lisa. Please tell me you're dressed up too. Hi,
Hi, Jill.
Julie. Julie's my best friend.
Oh,
She
Oh,
knows
well-
that I dress like this a lot.
Oh, is she dressed up like this too?
No, she wouldn't do it. But
Oh,
she would
boo.
want me to.
okay.
Excuse the paw being exposed, but I have to use it to manipulate. So, do you have a guess, Rachel?
My guess would be the Marceline, but I don't know.
Okay, so Lisa, do you have a guess? Well, you said a hospital. Jill said, "Hey, Freddie."
Hey, Joe.
Okay, the answer is it's Hermosa in Chicago. So Nick was right.
Well done, Nick.
Wow,
He
Nick.
only lived there for a year, and then they moved to Marceline.
What do you mean?
Wow.
Not even a year, and then they moved to Marceline. So it was a trick question because everybody thinks it's Marceline.
Yeah.
And that house was on the internet. I don't know if it's actually his, but let's just pretend it is.
I have a question, okay? I'm going to throw it in here. How many houses do you think I lived in by the time I was 4 years old?
Oh, wow. Jill.
5.
6.
5, 6.
Were you an army brat?
And my dad was in the service, but he was done by then. So it had nothing to do with that. And I'll just tell you the answer. 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I don't know. I mean, it was like my parents were trying to figure things out. I was the firstborn.
Oh, your sister isn't older than you?
No. Nope. I am the oldest.
I knew Bob was younger, but
Yep. She's also
so
younger.
Nick knew that from watching Disney vlogger videos.
Interesting.
Well done, Nick. You pay attention.
retained that knowledge, Nick. Way to go.
Yeah. That's cool.
Question number 2. What is Walt's middle name? Which I think a lot of people are going to know this, but I had forgotten it.
Is it? Oh, I should give it some time, probably. But I do have a good feeling about this.
What, what is Walt Disney's middle name? Nick says Elias.
That is what I was going with as well.
Yes. Which is what the Wedway people mover was named after. Wed was Walter Elias Disney.
Oh. Why don't I just let Dean?
No.
It's Elias. Oh, way to go, Mike. So it's Walter. The answer is Elias. You all are correct. I'll make these harder as we go along, but we're doing basic Walt questions.
It's a good one.
All right. Here we are with, this is a celeb or a famous person's real name, and you have to guess who it is. Is it Calvin? Okay, Calvin Broadus is the real name. Is it Seal? Is it Prince? Is it Snoop Dogg? Or is it Ringo Starr?
I'm going to guess D, Ringo Starr.
Yeah. I was just watching an old interview of Ringo Starr tonight, literally.
Nick guesses Snoop.
Snoop.
Oh, we all have different answers.
Lisa guesses Prince.
I'm also going to guess Snoop.
Mike guesses Snoop. And Dean guesses Snoop. I can't ask Freddie because Freddie knows all the answers. Right?
I know it, yeah.
And if Carol, if you want to jump in there and answer, I hope you went to bed, but if you are still awake, you can jump in at any time. All right. The answer is Snoop. It is Snoop. Carol guessed Snoop right at the last minute. Way to go, Carol.
Calvin.
Ringo Starr's real name was Richard Starkey.
Don't steal them. That might be another question.
Oh.
That's the next question, okay?
That's okay.
All right. So the person's real name, birth name was Maurice Micklewhite. Is that Michael Moore, Michael Caine, Michael J. Fox, or Michael Scott?
I'm pretty sure it was a Michael.
Well, I wanted to make sure nobody could guess.
I was thinking it was a Mike, actually.
Oh boy, Maurice Micklewhite.
Okay, Mike is saying Michael Caine.
There's a couple guesses for Michael Caine, so I'm going to go with
And
the
Carol's
cat.
saying Michael Caine.
Huh?
Nick is saying Michael Scott.
Hey, Jim.
Hi, Jim. Lisa's saying Michael Caine, and so is Jim.
I'm gonna go way off the beaten path and say Michael Moore.
Okay. And what did you say, Rachel?
I'm going with the chat. I'm going with Michael Caine.
Okay, so we have Michael Caine, Michael Scott, and yes,
Michael Moore.
and Michael Moore. The answer is Michael Caine.
Nicely done.
Way to go, guys.
How do you know that?
Nick was doing that tongue in cheek. He knows who Michael Scott is. He's from The Office.
Well, I mean, you could have meant that, though. I mean, you know.
Maybe. Are you dressed up, Nick? I want somebody out in chat to be dressed up. Okay.
Just say you're dressed up, Nick.
Yeah, just say you are.
You could be dressed as yourself.
This is true. Love him in the Batman movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember that one with him and Steve Martin, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, I think it was?
Michael Caine and him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
He says he's in his Yankee gear. That I'll accept that.
Yeah, the Yankees down 3-1. They had a good game last night, although Nick would be interested to hear your thoughts about that fan who literally ripped the ball out of that guy's glove. That was weird.
What did they end up calling it?
Out. He was out. I mean, but the guy in slow, I mean, they had it so on camera. The outfielder for LA caught it. They held him up there and grabbed the ball out of his glove.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very should be banned. I agree. That guy was not operating on a high intelligence level.
Did
That's for
security
sure.
do anything to him?
We don't know.
Oh, they took the camera off of him.
I mean, I don't think they ever said if they disciplined him. They should have kicked him out.
Yeah. Wow. And then after tonight, they go to LA, right?
Yeah. So New York's got to win tonight in order to get back to LA.
Okay. The person's birth name is Marion Morrison. Is it Charlton Heston, Buddy Holly, John Wayne, or Bing Crosby?
I think I know.
Thought we'd give you an easy one.
It wasn't easy for me. I didn't know.
I'm pretty sure I know, but I don't want to blurt it out yet. I won't change my answer, I promise.
Rachel looks as if she knows as well.
I mean, I've got a guess. My guess is John Wayne. I feel like I heard this before.
It's John Wayne. I mean, I think it is.
Mike says John Wayne. Nick says John Wayne. Lisa says John Wayne. Carol's going with the flow and guessing John Wayne.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good guess, Carol, because it is, in fact, John Wayne.
Yay! Go, everybody.
That was unanimous.
That was.
Good job, everybody. John Wayne for the win.
It's always nice to throw an easy one in.
I didn't know it. Okay. We're going to do, this is for next week. We're going to do the movie review for Pete's Dragon. And we're just going to say it. We're just going to talk it out and give our, how much we rate it. Rachel, go ahead. You start up. I really liked your review.
Oh, I don't even know what I said at this point.
Let me tell you. I'll tell you what you said. She said that it took her a while to get into the movie. She thinks possibly it's the pacing is different in older movies, and she just needs to adjust. Although she thought that the musical, loved the musical, and felt like some of the songs were unnecessary and made the film longer than it needed to be. I agree. The relationship between Pete and Elliot was sweet. Overall, she found it to be a good film that will likely show her boys in coming years, and she gave it a 7.5.
Yeah, another thing to note is this was rated G, and by no means would be rated G today.
I agree.
I agree.
For various reasons. I mean, Pete was basically a slave, and was rescued out of that. I don't know. There were some like
they said the C word in there. I mean, Irish people love to say that word a lot.
Really?
You do? I mean,
Really?
You use it as it's not like that big a deal. But for that day and time, I don't know.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, and like when they were talking about like killing the dragon, it was a little bit, like cut him up and like, oh boy.
Yep. Violence.
The movies are quite harsh. That's right, Carol. You're right.
Yeah. I just like a little bit shocking for me as a.
Well, child trafficking was kind of a big deal. And they, people were like, oh yeah, she bought him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Other than that, I too thought that Elliot and Pete had a sweet relationship. And how many movies? I mean, you've seen other movies where this, how do you say it? Not a figment of your imagination, but this entity comes into your life to help you through a hard time and then moves on. And that was Pete's.
That's interesting that you likened Pete to Figment, and there is a lot of similarity there.
Mm.
What did you think, Dean?
Okay, so I was telling Mary Ellen and Freddie earlier that I did not watch the whole film. I don't have Disney Plus right now, so I went through as many videos as I could find on YouTube, and there were plenty. So I saw at least 10, 12 of them. And I was really surprised that it was a musical. I didn't know that about it. I've never seen it before. And I was surprised at some of the actors in there, like Mickey Rooney, Jim Backus, who was Thurston Howell III. Who else? There was a few other big names in there. Helen Reddy. I thought it reminded me a little bit of the style of some other musicals like Dr. Dolittle for some reason. It just kind of reminded me of it. And so it was intriguing, but not a movie that I would love. I still would I gave it a 6 just because I thought it was a significant movie and it was a good effort. Yeah, it was like, Rachel said, I don't know that I could give it a G rating, especially with some of the violence that was, and sort of a very rough, sort of a roughness to it. But
and we never really found out what happened to his mom. His dad supposedly was lost at sea, but I don't know.
I think.
What did you think?
I watched it all. I just thought, start it and I'm going to watch it all. Helen Reddy, a great singer. I was surprised that she was acting in it. Jim Dale, British actor who done a lot of acting and acted a lot of comedies over in Britain here. So he did. But I think Mary got caught up when they were going to help him find Helen Reddy's boyfriend who got lost at sea. Paul, was it you called him?
Yeah, that's her boyfriend. Paul.
Oh.
And Mary thought, unless I missed out, that the young Pete thought he was going to look for his paw.
I did. It sounded like paw. And I thought that Elliot had come to him and said, we found your dad.
Oh, yeah,
And
that would be very different.
So I was kind of like, well, where is he? And then this guy comes across, and it's really Helen Reddy's boyfriend.
Hmm.
But the tall man of the villain is the British actor that Freddie's talking about, that is in a lot of British comedies.
Yeah, I've done a few of those. I don't know if you've seen them over here. You remember them? Them Carry On movies, with Sid James and Barbara Windsor and that. But he acted in a lot of movies, Jim Dale. He had a run there. Why actors get a run, and he got a run in a lot of worldwide movies.
Huh.
So, I mean, Shelley Winters,
Brilliant. I love Shelley Winters.
It was odd that she'd be in a movie like that.
Yeah, she was good actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
being
was.
creepy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very creepy.
Honestly, I'm quite surprised I hadn't seen it before.
Yeah.
Maybe I did as a child and I just don't remember. However, my husband noticed that I was watching it and got very excited because it was a popular movie for him as a child.
Oh, really?
So I think I had a little bit more favorable slant because he was very excited about it. And he's like, oh, you have to pay attention here. Something funny is going to happen.
Now, you did laugh a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
He thought that there were a couple of instances where he belly laughed. I mean, he thought.
Like the selling the snake oil to all the people and like the fake customer in the crowd being miraculously cured from all of the things. I mean, that was pretty clever. So.
Yes.
But again, this movie was a good 2 hours long. So it was a bit of a commitment.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. But I mean, like you, I thought I'm going to watch this till the end. And I would give it a 7. That's, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I've watched worse.
Mm-hmm. And we have had worse.
We definitely have watched worse, which I think is why I was generous with the 7.5.
Yes.
Has anyone seen the new remake of it with Robert Redford?
No. And we were going to just give in when I couldn't find it at first, the old version, give in and watch that one. But then I ended up getting it. So we didn't have to. Is it kind of the same?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't either. So Carol was saying that as a kid that she really got into the movie, and she too loved Jim Dale because remember she's in Scotland and he's very popular over there.
Yeah, Carol, I think that my guess is the remake is probably using some of the new CGI and it looks better, but I'm sure it's not half the.
That's what we kind of saw. It was CGI.
Yeah.
But so
totally off topic for just a moment. I want to shout out to Jim because he is going on to 5 Foolish Mortals tonight directly after our show.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
It's a yearly thing.
Yeah, make sure you head over there from here when we're done.
Yes. Good
D&G, right?
Yeah, with D&G Explorers.
Okay.
Yep. Wanted to make sure we mentioned that before it.
Good job.
Carol says she hasn't seen any of the remakes yet.
Huh.
You're welcome, Jim. I'll shout anybody out if I remember. I get involved in the show and I forget these things. So the next week's movie will be Treasure Island. And when I started to go look and watch the movie early, there's 4 versions of Treasure Island from different years. So I honestly can't tell you what year this was. It looks like maybe the 50s.
Okay, with that kid.
With that kid, yeah.
Okay.
If you see that kid on a Treasure Island, watch that one.
Treasure Island is truly, truly a classic. And it's one that if you've never listened to just the audio, the radio version of it, which was like the original, it's amazing. I mean, it's a notch, not just a notch, it's just so above in terms of writing. Rachel, being the teacher, I'm sure appreciates.
I'm surprised Kurt Russell wasn't in one of them. He was in all of those early ones. Okay. Now we're on round 2 of the board game bracket.
Woohoo!
Okay. Kerplunk or Risk? Which game do you like? Some of them I had to kind of veer away from board games because I was running out of, board games that weren't so obscure.
Yeah.
Carol says Risk. Oh, Lisa says Risk. Carol says, Carol, I keep missing it. There. Carol says Risk. Lisa says Risk. Mike says Kerplunk.
I have never heard of Kerplunk, although that looks really fun. It's like you're trying to avoid dropping these balls. Is that what's going on?
Yes. It's like pixie sticks going through it, and you kind of pull them out one by one without dropping the balls.
Yeah, that looks fun to me. However, because I played Risk and my husband is a huge fan, I have to go with Risk.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go with Risk.
And Jim's never played either.
Yeah, Mike's right. It takes a long time to get through a game of Risk, but it's a good game. It really does give you that military sort of mindset.
Yeah, it's been a while. I don't think I ever made it through a game of Risk either. No. What did you pick, Dean?
I'm picking Risk. I think Kerplunk was fun, but definitely have played a lot more Risk.
Okay.
I'll go with Risk.
You're going with Risk? Okay. I'm going with Kerplunk, but Risk wins out. I feel you, Mike. I'm with you, but we lost. Rock'em Sock'em Robots or Toss Across?
Man, that was such a funny game, Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yes, Mike, agreed. Simplistic games are better.
Usually Rock'em Sock'em was broken,
Yeah.
But I never played Toss Across. I'm definitely going Rock'em Sock'em.
Lisa's going with Rock'em Sock'em. Did you ever play any of these games?
I'm looking at the O and the X, but we used to play a game. We used to play it on paper and write it and draw it out.
Yeah.
And then play. We called Xy Ozies, which I don't know.
It's the same concept.
You lift someone off the.
You have to throw those little bean bags on it.
Okay, yeah.
To get it to move.
We used to do it with paper and pen. We were very poor where we lived.
Oh, you didn't have Toss Across? Okay, yeah. Mike, no, either about Toss Across looks fun. Well, you're in the same boat as Freddie, Carol. Okay, Mike goes with Rock'em Sock'em. So far, nobody's picked Toss Across.
I'll pick it.
Okay.
Never played it, but
tic-tac-toe is fun. That's what we call it here.
Yeah, tic-tac-toe.
Yeah. We used to draw it on paper and two lines down, 2 lines across, and then you probably played it yourself.
Yeah.
This is just a little different.
Some of the same idea, but
right. Okay. What did you pick, Rachel?
I'm going with the robots. Because who doesn't like battling robots?
What did you pick, Dean?
Rock'em Sock'em.
Okay.
There was a comedian from Minneapolis, Joel Hodgson, and we used to go see him, and my friends went to school with him, but look him up. I mean, he's a big comedian, and he would bring out Rock'em Sock'em and play with somebody in the audience, and he would always win, and he would explain that he would tape the other guy his head down.
Okay, I think it's overwhelmingly Rock'em Sock'em Robots move on.
Yeah.
Mike says Toss Across was the coolest concept, but nothing beats playing tic-tac-toe on paper in school when you're supposed to be paying attention and doing your work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you run into that, Rachel?
I'm okay with the occasional corner doodler. I find that they're actually listening despite the distraction.
Okay. Carol says we call tic-tac-toe knots and crosses.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what Freddie too, Carol. All right, next one. As Rock'em Sock'em Robots moves on. Perfection or Twister?
Hands down, Twister for me.
Oh yeah.
I'm far from perfection.
Perfection was frustrating to me. Just when you thought that you were getting somewhere, then it just blew up.
Yeah, it wasn't very fair.
Okay, Carol says perfection. Nick says Twister. Mike says Twister. And Rachel said Twister. And you said what, Dean?
Twister.
Twister. What did you say?
Twister.
Yeah. Okay. And Jim said Twister. Well, Carol, I'm sorry. I think Twister's moving on. Twister, although now it will send me to the chiropractor.
Yeah. No, it's good for you.
Twister, because the games could get, how do I say it, a little crazy. Yes.
That's good.
Especially when you've had a few beer.
Or bourbon, Lisa?
Or bourbon.
They're always funny.
Sorry, Lisa. Sorry, Lisa.
I know you were all alone. All right. Next one. Concentration or Pictionary?
I'm going to go Pictionary, though this is close for me.
Mike goes Pictionary. Lisa's bringing out all of the different liquor that she drinks. Nick says Pictionary.
No doubt about it. Pictionary, although I think Concentration was a pretty good game. But I think Pictionary is by far.
Pictionary, don't play with Mike Wheeler. He always wins.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my. Carol says, I don't know what concentration is, so I'll pick Pictionary. There
I think if I remember right, Concentration was a board with a bunch of numbers, and somehow you got the numbers down, and part of a picture would become more and more visible until you could figure out what the whole picture was saying, like a stitch in time saves 9, and it would have, enough pictures to help you figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike says liquor and Twister. A good time.
Yes.
So Pictionary moves on.
Yeah.
Othello or Stratego?
Othello for me.
How did that game work?
So basically, if you flip one of the side piece or add a side piece, and everything in between that piece and the other one is the same color, then you get to flip that whole row, and whoever ends with the most wins.
There's another game very much like that. I can't remember what it's called, but it's putting down marble pieces. But anyway, I know what you mean.
Oh, Macala or
yeah, maybe
something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm turning the air conditioner on. I'm hot. This costume's getting
Mancala is 2 rows.
Oh.
I don't know if that's the same one.
No, I think I am thinking of a different one. Oh, I can't remember the name. I'm going to go with Stratego because I don't remember playing Othello.
There's 2 Stratego.
But I'm not a big Stratego nut, but I do remember it.
Carol says she's never played either, and I have to say I played Stratego a very long time ago, but I've never played Othello. Stratego, yes, because I've never played Othello either, Lisa. Got to go Stratego because, I have to do the same thing because I've never played that either.
Never played either.
You haven't?
No.
Neither is Carol. So what did we come up with? Anybody pick Othello?
Rachel did.
Rachel? Way to go, Rachel. I'm sorry.
And I'm the
You
only
gave it
one.
a pity vote, and it's gone. I played both. I'm going with Stratego.
Okay.
Okay, Jim. I think Stratego is the winner.
I think.
And the next round, you mark my words, it'll be gone.
Yeah.
It's not going to last long.
Probably not.
Battling tops or taboo?
Ooh. I have something to say about this. So battling tops, man, I loved it. I loved it so much. When I was working at Sears, we made our own battling tops in the warehouse by making cardboard boxes, and we had these inside of the tape dispensers as our spinning tops, and I loved it. But I'm still going to say Taboo because it's one of my all-time favorite games.
After all that, you're going for Taboo.
I just had to. I want to tell a story.
Yeah, that's a great story.
We love your stories.
Brilliant.
Mike's going with Taboo.
I've
Never
actually
heard of battling. Honestly, battling tops. Don't you think that was like in the 60s, Dean? 50s,
70s. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that, to be honest.
And I think it went away pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Remember
it was.
those things called wizards, and it had this little piece at the end, and you would do this, and then
Yes.
Okay, I think that kind of replaced battling tops.
Yeah, it is very similar, but
And
you would.
could just do it with each other. You didn't need an arena.
Yeah, you pull your string as fast as you could. They all go battling. The last one spinning won.
Mike's never heard of battling tops. I don't know battling tops. I'll go Taboo. So I think everybody's gone Taboo. No, yeah.
Also, doesn't that buzzer make a fun sound?
Yeah. It's like we always use it for shaving, right? Yeah.
Okay, Taboo is moving on. Sorry, battling tops. Boggle or Hungry Hippos?
Huh?
I love me some hippos.
Huh? I don't know if I've played either.
Is Boggle the one where you have dice with the letters on it?
Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Boggle's kind of like Yahtzee, isn't it? No.
No, you have to spell words, don't
Yes.
you? Like make as many words as you can within like a minute.
Lisa's going with hippo.
I think
Yes,
I think everybody
fine.
has the same set of letters, and you have to like make as many words as you can.
Yes. Carol likes Boggle. Jen likes Hungry Hippos.
They're so
Lisa
cute.
likes hippos.
I'm going to go Boggle.
2 each.
Are you keeping track?
2 each so far.
Okay, Mike's going hippos.
Rachel went hippos, didn't she?
I don't know. Is that what you went with, hippos, Rachel?
Yeah, they're cute.
Best part of hippo, the marbles would fall on the floor and watch the adults slip. Boggle,
My toddler.
Games. Okay, Jim went with Boggle. So are we tied?
4-3.
Which one's 4? Hippos?
Hippos.
Okay, it's 4-3, guys.
You pick one.
Is somebody gonna boggle our
honestly, I'm going
minds?
with Boggle, so it's 4-4.
So if I did pick one.
Yeah, have you played them?
I only played one.
Uh-oh, which one?
Hungry Hippos.
Really? Make as many original words in Boggle. Hippos is always fun and silly. It is.
Yummy hippos.
Well, she is just adorable. Okay, so now what is it?
5-4 Hungry Hippos.
Okay. Anybody else have anything to say?
Are you sad about Boggle?
I think, well, no. I like Hungry Hungry Hippos too. You know how sometimes you would get so excited and you'd play the game and the whole board would just move because so many people are pounding on it. It was, yeah, no, I like Hungry Hungry Hippos. It moves on.
My toddlers love this game, so.
Jen and Mike's toddler too. Okay, Cootie or Scattergories.
Cooties.
Did you ever play Cootie, Rachel?
No, what is that?
It's really old. Tell them what it is, Dean.
All I remember was you had to put whatever you did. Your goal was to put together the cootie, right? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't remember what earned you the right to put on a leg or this or that, but I just remember it had all the parts.
Yeah, there is some sort of addition to it, either a board or questions or something, and he's right. If you got the answer right, then you got to add a leg to your bug.
Yeah. Scattergories is definitely my vote. We have it. We love it. We haven't played it in a while, but I had many a good Scattergory games.
Carol said the noise is awful. It is with the Hungry Hungry Hippos when you're pounding on it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, this is hard for Jen. Haven't played Cootie, love Scattergories. Okay, one for Scattergories. Carol picked Scattergories. Mike's picked Scattergories. Scattergories, but all I recall Cootie was calling other folks cooties. Yeah, I think that may be where it came from. Cooties was fun though. Yeah. And Jen picked Scattergories. So far it looks like Scattergories is winning.
I'm also going with Scattergories just because I don't have any experience with the Cootie game.
I think, yeah, I don't think I maybe played it once. What did you pick, Dean?
Scattergories.
What'd you pick?
I haven't played either, and I don't understand either enough to try and even pick one.
Yeah.
So I'll pass on this.
Well, that's fair.
I think Cootie was very simple. I don't remember quite how you did it. I just remember putting the pieces together.
I think it was for a very young crowd.
Yeah. Yep.
Whatever it was very simple, and you added a leg until you finished your Cootie.
Mm-hmm.
That might be the last one. Jim picked Scattergories also, and Scattergories moves on. That may be my last one. Oh, no, one more.
Oh.
Jenga or Mancala?
Oh no, I love both of these.
Shut the ball.
Mancala
Yes.
for me.
What's with that Jenga? I've never seen an animal in there before.
Oh, that's Bowser.
Well, what does that mean?
It's a Mario version of the game, I guess.
You could do so many different Jengas, but
Oh, I didn't know that. We have
that's
the original.
Mario Jenga.
Huh. Sorry, Rachel, but I'm going to go Jenga.
And Carol is doing Jenga. Lisa's going Jenga. Did you go Jenga?
Oh yeah.
That's 3 Jengas. Oh, 4 because of Dean.
Mm-hmm.
I like Mancala, but I think I'm going Jenga too.
You know how you used to play a game before Jenga is you do the cards, the house of cards.
Or Kerplunk.
Kerplunk.
Jen picked Jenga. Mike picked Jenga.
Have you ever played Giant Jenga?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Just big
It's fun.
ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a yard game.
Oh, cool.
They just fall harder.
Yeah, take a step back.
Jim picked Jenga. What did you pick, Rachel?
Mancala.
Mancala. Okay. I like that you
Yeah.
do you.
I'm unique. It's okay.
No, it's great. I like Mancala, but I would prefer to play Jenga. Jenga is moving on, and I think that's our last game. Oh no, sorry. Headbands or Don't Break the Ice.
Oh man, I never even heard of headbands.
It's you put a picture like they're showing in the front of their head, and you have to describe it so they can try and guess it.
Yes. Can I tell another story?
Yeah.
So
You
they
can
used to.
always tell stories.
There was a church version of headbands where we would all write down a biblical character, and then somebody else would put it on them and have to ask questions. My sister, being the smart aleck that she is, put down the character from the Bible, Satan. So when my friend put Satan on his head, everyone would go, oh, and he'd go, what? You know. Well, she was right. It was a biblical character.
Oh, Nick's going with Don't Break the Ice.
I do remember
So is
that.
Lisa. It's so destructive. It is.
The ice.
Mike is going Don't Break the Ice. And so is Jim. I'm a little surprised by this.
Well, I've never heard of headbands, although I get it. I've definitely got to go Don't Break the Ice because I have played it.
Don't Break the Ice for me too.
What do you pick?
I don't know much about that. I'd have went for headbands, but Don't Break the Ice is way out in front here.
It was fun. I think you would have liked it. Jen went with headbands.
It's a good family game.
Thanks for dropping by, Jim. Have
Bye,
fun
Jim.
tonight.
Yeah.
Good luck with your stream.
Yeah. We'll see you shortly.
Carol says he had no idea what Don't Break the Ice is. Looks interesting. I'll pick headbands because it's fun with the kids. Yes. And Nick is saying bye, Jim. So it's Don't Break the Ice, right?
Yeah. That's definitely them all.
Okay. Now we have a new question where I'll give you a movie poster, and you have to name the movie. So what movie does this movie poster go to?
This Madagascar? I like to
Can you
move
be
it,
more
move it.
specific?
Oh,
There's more than one.
I didn't know that. So
Oh. Yeah, there's 3 of them.
no way.
Yeah. I loved Madagascar. I would say this to me looks like the first. No, the monkey. Wait a minute. I'm going to say the second one.
Okay. Dean went with the second Madagascar. And everybody, I mean, all of you are correct. Oh, wait. Nick said Zootopia. No idea what number, only seen the first. Exactly. I know.
Same.
I think there's a little more different animals than the other two.
Can I change my answer?
No.
Locked in forever.
Yes.
Yes, you can change your answer.
I mean, when I look at it now, I remember the monkeys in the first one, and I don't know that they're in the second. I am going to go number 1.
Okay. All right. The answer is Madagascar 2.
Darn.
Escape to Africa.
Darn.
Don't second guess yourself.
Yes, you're right.
Let this be a lesson.
Shoot.
Although, disclaimer, you may be right. Because now that I look at it, it's got penguins in it. I don't think the movie poster had penguins in it.
Well,
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're on the neck. Okay.
Well,
Always go with your first guess, Dean.
I guess so. They're all funny.
Guess this poster, movie poster.
I know this one.
I know it as well. Great movie.
It's another one of those movies where it's like when it comes out, it's controversial, and after a while, it becomes a classic.
Yeah, for
Tell
its
us.
time period.
I wouldn't put this in the family-friendly category.
Nick said The Graduate.
If it's not in the family friendly category, that's probably why I have no idea.
Yeah.
And Lisa said The Graduate. And what do you say, Dean?
The Graduate. I knew it right
Can't
away.
keep a straight face.
Look.
As soon as you said you knew what it was, I started smiling.
Well, I want to give everybody a chance, but
Mike said The Christmas Story.
I mean, it's a major
Physical
award.
Uh,
Hey, it's about time to start watching that movie, actually.
it is. I'm going to do a little
Great
more.
soundtrack. Brilliant soundtrack.
oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, Jen.
Mrs. Robinson, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So Dustin Hoffman, though, you got to give him a hats off. That man is an incredible actor.
Yeah, look how young he is there.
Well, that was like one of his first big movies.
Yeah.
Maybe his first.
Mrs. Robinson, are you trying to seduce me?
Yeah, that's that movie.
Yes, Mike. When I first saw this movie poster, that's what popped into my head too. The leg lamp and Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Or the advert.
He works hard.
Mayfair.
Hi, Works. Okay. The answer is The Graduate. All right, that's the end of my presentation. I want to make a few, talk a little bit, but I want everybody to go to the liveplace.com, first of all, Dean's website, to make sure you find all the family-friendly live streams. And if you do live stream, make sure you message Dean and get on the list so that he can, show people when you are going live. Also, I want to thank Amy, AJC Magic TV, for promoting my show this morning. That was very kind of her. I need all the help I can get. I'm still kind of low on subs. And I am not going to obsess on subs, by the way. And then I want to talk to Dean about his new concept of the show he's going to be doing, because it's not a show per se, it's a new concept of doing a live stream. So I'm going to let Dean take the floor and describe to you what it's going to be like, and maybe when.
Yeah, thank you, Mary Ellen. So, maybe you've heard this before, but when I was doing the variety show, we love it and we have so much fun, but I was finding it too hard to balance my time for that, prepping for this new concept, which is sort of a semi-perpetual live stream that will always kind of give you a schedule of what's coming up and some added elements to it, like music and some fun parts. But I am actually ready to go. I was telling these guys that a week ago I had 18 hours of prep work left. I am now down to 3. And
Wow.
I'm going to do a test run, and I'm going to invite some people. Mary Ellen has kind of agreed to look at it. I'll invite Rachel, Freddie, and maybe a few others, and try it, see what works, what doesn't. But the ultimate goal is that it'll be sort of a long-running live stream that'll have nothing more than a schedule of what's coming up, and my commitment to try to find more live streams and to try to get more on the live place. So it's a big commitment. I don't know quite how it'll all play out. I'm giving myself a year to really mess around with it, and we'll see. So November 15th is actually the first day that I'm planning on doing it publicly. And that'll be, of course, at the live place. And I hope that you can stop by when I do it.
Will you always do it 24/7, or will you do it in increments, like 3 days and then stop, or 24 hours and stop?
So right now I'm kind of leaning, and Rachel brought up a good point last time. She said, well, if you go over 12 hours, you lose everything. And so I'm thinking about doing 12-hour streams that kind of cover the primary times during the day, like say from noon till 10 midnight or something like that. That's where I'm leaning right now. Initially, I'm not going to do every day, because every day that I do, I have to prep the night before, and that prep will probably take me 1 to 2 hours. But I am trying to make something that's sustainable for me. Can I really do this? And I don't know yet. So.
And it won't just be like a TV guide. There's more
Right.
to it than that.
Exactly. I kind of am taking, like, years ago, I did this control room kind of fun live stream where I try to use animated pictures to do a live event, and I just tried to make it fun. But there was no way I was going to be able to do that all the time. This is taking that and trying to make it doable. So.
But you said something about, okay, it's going to show like a schedule, but then if
Yeah.
people want to go live, it interrupts the screen.
Correct.
And people are live.
Yep. So two things. One is, it can, like you said, we can interrupt. You could even come on, because I'm going to have a guest option. And I'm not using StreamYard. I'm using OBS to do everything. But there is an option in there. But secondly, I want to give everybody, like say for you, Mary Ellen, let's say you decide to do a different live stream on a Friday or a Saturday. The ability to go in there and either just let me know, or even yourself, well, you'll be able to post that to the chat, and that I in turn will take that and update your records in my system so that it'll show that. And it's fairly creative. I'm happy with the way it looks, but it's hard to explain. So just basically, please come and check it out. And it'll
So
make more
it's
sense.
perfect for streamers like Shep, who has a million channels. And
Does he?
well, I think so. He's always got some like new idea on the docket.
Yeah.
And like wants to create an entirely new channel for it.
And the other kind of channel that this will facilitate better is like Dad Builds. So Dad Builds goes virtually every day. And I've only listed him, I think, once a week right now. But this will be an opportunity to present his stuff more often. Or Pete McDevitt goes multiple times a day. All that will hopefully be captured in this live stream.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's also like a great place for people to come and hang out in a chat. It's like an open chat room.
Exactly. It's kind of like Chris offers a place for people to go every night, right? This would be kind of like a place all day long where, hey, if you don't got a live stream to go to, you could still go to this chat and maybe find somebody else there. You never know. I don't expect it to be something where people hang out at all day, but honestly, some of the ambient live streams that I designed this after, I put up on my computer, and I let them go a long time, because they'll have nice music. They'll have
Yes.
nice, yeah.
Yes.
So thank you, Mike. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you so much for staying up and coming
you,
into
Lisa.
chat.
Yeah.
That was really sweet of you.
Thank you.
So Works thinks it's interesting and intense.
It may be.
It is as far as trying to produce it, that, or would be intense.
Yeah.
Carol says good luck. That's a
Thank
big
you,
win.
Carol. Appreciate that.
That's awesome, Dean. I know it will be successful.
Thank
From
you, Mike. That means a lot.
Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's a great way to just connect like our family of channels together even more and let people know what's going on in the different communities.
I really hope that there are surprises for for me, for anyone who comes, because I don't know everything that it should be yet. So that's the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll be debating our new podcast next week. It'll also be live on YouTube. Great.
Mike and Jen do such an amazing job. They set up for podcasting to a production, to a very professional level. So
yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nick.
Bye, Nick.
Have a good night, Nick.
Thank you, everyone, for joining, and have a happy Halloween tomorrow.
Yes.
And we'll see you next week with bracket number 3. What I'm going to do, I'm going to combine the two, and we're going to start narrowing it down, and I'm going to add some different questions. I just have so many questions that I'll have time now to be able to add more questions. So
Nice.
thank you, everyone, for joining.
Yeah. Cheers.
Have a good night, Nick. Happy Halloween.
And may I be the first to say, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, I'm sitting looking at a Christmas tree here.
I put up the Christmas tree today.
Nice.
There's one in the kitchen and one in here.
He came home and I was like, look. And he's like, really?
We had fluffy, like, chunks of snow falling and sticking this week. It was wonderful.
Really? We're getting it tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you, Carol. Happy Halloween to you too.
Yeah.
Works is laughing. Too soon, Rachel.
Whoa! This week.
Yes, you're right. I think I'll join you for a drink.
Okay. What's that? Oh,
Thanksgiving.
There
well, yeah, I guess that would be next, right?
Gobble,
Lisa?
gobble.
Okay. Have a great evening, everyone. Go watch Jim.
Take care, everybody. Stay safe.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.